Hello, the channel. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I was going to say, I hope you're having a good weekend. From what I can see on Twitter, I'm not sure if there's anybody really having a good weekend at the moment. Seems to have been a difficult one to say the least. There we go. So we quick review of what's happening, and then into the midweek lineup builder. That's the beauty of Sorare. We can get going again. Nothing too good happening, obviously. That Celtic result of the weekend as well. So there we go. I'm not too depressed, disappointed, but there you go. So expecting better. You've got to move on. So into the midweek, that's what we'll be doing. And this is the first one where we don't have a giveaway winner. So it's kind of it's a weird one. Like I'm kind of looking forward to getting my limited teams back. It's good. It's been good fun. It's been good to see people win and everything. But at least now, if I win something midweek, I can actually keep it myself as well. So dregs of the weekend. Well, I think this is looking like the big or the best result so far. Anyway, this is a pretty nice team. So Monfrey's he's been sneaky good actually. Grenoble they're really good. Thought Southampton would be better at home against QPR. Sinisterra, brilliant to see him staying at Leeds, and I think they've got Sheffield Wednesday next to home, which is a really good fixture there as well. So I expect him to score a few goals. And Ryan Porteous, shame Watford never kept a clean sheet. Blackburn weren't really in that game, but still that should hold on for a tier two. Not much really happening out with that. There's a few still running just now, so Super Rare, sort of Champion America, etc. Still got a chance, but still four guys to go. So it's still nice to have some chances. What's happening in terms of the actual sort of market, etc. Well, bought Thiago Almada, just could not resist that Ajax rumour, just couldn't resist it. I think it makes sense as well with Kudus going, if they can get Almada first light of the lesson Kudus, then they're buying an absolutely brilliant known talent. Kelvin Yeboah, it's a guy I've paid more for his rare before actually, so a strong rumour he's going to Kortrijk, which would be pretty good because he was scoring quite a lot back in Austria before as well. And young sort of super rare forwards are not so easy to come by. So yeah, 200 quid. It's 200 quid obviously, but goes to Kortrijk, then you'd imagine he'll be doing better. And Nicholas Valentini's guy been quite impressive, and decided just to pick this up because it goes in nicely with the old Boca collection as well. Also done something, gave Sorare Uruguay a super rare this weekend as well. So I was watching the game yesterday and everything. I couldn't believe the results and everything, and he was just saying, was he jinxed? I think it has kind of jinxed the limited this weekend. But I'd won John Brooks recently, and not the most valuable super rare, obviously, in the world, but Sorare Uruguay's got quite a small gallery as well, and he just decided to do something nice for the last winner in terms of the giveaway. So I hope you enjoy them, mate. I hope that sort of helps you sort of move up or move through Sorare, etc. And everybody that's played's now won something anyway. So that makes me happy anyway. Sort of hopefully turning a sort of negative weekend overall into some form of positive. So I've picked my limited teams already. That shows you how scunnered I am with the weekend. Scunnered, as Sean Connery would say, it's a shite for sure eyes. Anyway, on to the weekend. I'm never getting the job as James Bond, am I? No. So All Star Limited, quite fancy Miami, obviously. What the hell is it? Like Harry Kane. I don't know why I keep saying obviously. I do fancy Miami. Messi came on the last 30 minutes last night and scoring, but rested. So would hope he starts. Joey Veerman, really good performance at Ibrox actually. I think he did like a 60. PSV really controlled it a lot, and expect PSV to be on the front foot at home against Rangers. And Kyle Esgill wasn't supposed to be playing last night, but did play. So just going as strong as I can in terms of that, and I'll have a look and see what's happening with Gill. Under 23, got a starting goalkeeper this week, which is good. They're not easy to come by. Vital playing for International. Hogg is a sneaky one. Didn't play today, but started the last game against Levski, so hoping he gets a game. That's one I'll review and have a look at the projected lineups. And Scott Volson and Nusa, they did score 2 goals in Spain, so think they probably get some goals. At home, Andre Blake, Wagner, and Gazdag, I think, are really good for 270 this week. Toronto have been pretty rotten. Diego Rossi, just expecting obviously to start doing well in the MLS, and Szymanski's just absolutely been on fire. We'll come back to Fenerbahce when we're looking at the rare side of things. Under 23s, that's not under 23s, cap to 40 limited. Shilton and Digne are 40. Aston Villa battered Hibs. There'll be a bit of rotation and everything there, so I need to keep an eye on Digne and see what the projected lineups are. Branko never started in the Ajax away game, but Ajax game was off in the weekend, and I think they'll rotate a wee bit as well, being 4-1 up, but I just imagine he'll come back in. Nusa in again. He's been really good recently, putting in some explosive performances and using Hani Mukhtar in there as well. And then I'm sort of running out of goalkeepers at this point, and I've just taken a complete punt on Joe Willis and Zimmerman, which is just that's not going to end well against Miami, I don't think. So anyway, as nice as I said, I've really enjoyed doing the giveaway. I hope everybody's enjoyed it as well. But I'm looking forward to having my teams back as well, and then we'll get a thinking cap on and see what the script is going forward. So in terms of strategy for midweek, I've got a few super rares and things here as well, but I've only got Joe Willis as goalkeeper or Panico. So not much choice up there. So All-Star and All-Star Unique and all that sort of stuff. So not going to be thinking about midweek. I'm going to start with under 23s as always, because that's one of my favourite tournaments. Excuse me, and some really nice options midweek as well. So this match, Diageo and Gangwon, is Friday morning at 11:30, so there'll be no AA scores for this. So bear that in mind if you're picking players. So Tobias Lawal is my only real sort of selection here. Defence wise, obviously, why I keep saying obviously. I'm the Scottish Harry Kane. Shut him now. Avia and Satalo have joined Ajax and actually picked up this Satalo whilst he was still at Dynamo. Not always the best move, but I've got quite a few Dynamo cards, and that helps with collection bonus as well. If he's available, that might be a good selection. That might be a good game for them to ease him in, given that they've won 4-1 away from home. But I'm going to go with Sugawara, I think, provisionally, just because he's been on sets. Carlson's away. I think he'll start. Good attacking player as well, so could sneak a decisive from set pieces, etc. Midfield wise, well, I think Almada's definitely going to be going in there. Riku Puig's just done 100 there as well, so got to make use of the super rares in here. I think it's a strong week to go after the under 23s, and also with Croatia coming on, the pool's been replenished as well, which is brilliant to see. So more of those new cards soon, hopefully. Alan Velasco, Zabalos, quite a tough game at racing actually. They're a good team. Jackson Maleka is an interesting one at home. Talis Magno as well. Well, he's been pretty bad form with. So I think I've got to go with Alan Velasco here. Started at a more more centralish position last game there. I think Jesus Ferreira was ill or something, so I'd expect him to start again. And then, unless the move to Ajax actually confirmed, I just think I'd just have to go with Thiago Almada. I mean, he just scores just so well. Did pick this card up and it's only 3%, but the next auction went for £100 more, so we need to work a wee bit on the XP there. But the scores he's putting in, I think he'll be adding in lots of XP himself. So that's under 23 rare pro. Under 23 rare, again, I've got another Lowell, and I just think we just have to use him here unless there's anything else that's overwhelming. John Tolkien has been absolutely excellent, so that's a kind of interesting one, although away at the Revs is not the easiest of games. I think with these guys, because it's such a tight pool midweek in the under 23s thing, you just got to use them in the under 23s. I'm going to review that when we look at the All-Star Rare Pro in a wee minute as well, but I think we'll go for Satalo here. I think the thing with Avia is he signed after Satalo, and I'm not sure if he's even eligible for this game, so I'm going to have to check that. Midfield wise, Facundo Torres got 2 goals actually. Interestingly, popping down here, we've got Tete as well. who's eligible now, and it's the midfield card I've got in there, so that's interesting. I actually got a super rare at as well, so it could be reshuffling in the 23s Rep Pro, though I really like that lineup, to be honest. So again, a choice here, but I think Torres been on good form. Might be all eggs in one basket here as well, but just going to have to be Alan Velasco. So better check he's not going to be out. And then actually, this is quite cool. I actually can play Tete as well because we've got another spot. So where are you? So he's way down in the actual averages here as well. Zaniolo, there's an interesting one as well. Came on today actually. So pretty interesting one. Came on today for Aston Villa and might get a game against Hibs. So I just don't know if he signed in time as well. So that's the thing with the window and everything just now. So I'll see. I'll be looking around to make sure Satalo is available. But I actually gubbed that team away from home, so you'd expect that they'll be pretty strong at home against them as well. Next port of call is going to be the All-Star Rare Pro. Just I had a wee look before came on here, and prize pool wise, 81 rare cards midweek. Good Ethereum prizes up here as well. So, and the star pool these pools have been sort of restocked a wee bit as well. So obviously this is full of really sort of good players, etc. here. Still loads of good players left, and then even get Kyle Sherpin in here, new card. That's a pretty valuable card just now. Sturm, etc. Why it's not letting me go back here. Sturm in Europe as well. So in terms of the All-Star Rare Pro, I'm going to be putting in something pretty strong here. I think now, again, I've got lots and lots of cards available midweek, but not so much in terms of really good goalies. So League One, Gang One away at Diageo is a pretty tough fixture. Cezinha's playing pretty well at the moment. Don't really fancy Joe Willis against Miami. I have got Gibran Lajud against Santos Laguna, have been pretty rotten. So I think for this team, it's got to be Raphael. It's only really one selection in here. Then we've got some interesting choices. So there's a fill out the ones that are going to go in from a rare perspective. Messi's got to go in after only playing 30 minutes. Tadic is an interesting one because Fenerbahce won that game 5-1, right? But then they've had the weekend off as well. So you would have to think that Fenerbahce are still going to go strong there. 20 should be a different proposition at home, but I'd imagine they'll be quite disheartened actually in terms of the result, etc. I think this might be a place I use the Szymanski super rare as well. Cezinha is just a big shame because this game's at 11:30, and if he scores a hat trick, then you're only getting 80, rather than the usual sort of 100 or whatever from him. So it's just such a shame, but you just don't feel as if you can really use cards like him in a priority lineup. It's difficult. Already spoken about Joey Veerman. PSV are going to have to be up for that. We'll put him in the extra spot. I'm going to put him in the mid spot because I might want to use the extra spot for Super Rare. So let's see now, filter us down and see what I've got available in terms of Super Rares here. So we've got Rostovsky, always plays for Dynamo. Pretty tough away game against Sparta Prague though, I don't know if he'll play right back or he'll play centre half. And then we've got Zimmerman. Again, I don't really fancy that against Inter Miami. Phil Max played today, so probably won't play against Levski Sofia. Never played the last game. Kayembe's interesting. Pretty solid defender all round, so he could play that game. Buta might. I don't know if he's worth a gamble on a team like this. I just have to go Rostovsky. I really want to try and get 2 super rares in here, I think, in a game week like this. Just favourable fixtures and stacks and all that sort of stuff. Between Ferdi Kadioglu and Szymanski, Ferdi's been excellent recently as well, so that's a tough call actually. Even leaving out guys like Hani Mukhtar, etc. And Hanny could well score against Miami. There's no doubt about it. They are a wee bit leaky as well, and Branko van den Boomen as well. Oh, this is a tough one because I don't have a goalkeeper to run in Challenger unless I take Lawal out the under 23s. So this is where it's getting kind of difficult. Could run a kind of Fenerbahce stack in the Challenger and just sort of move Lawal out the 23, so I might consider that. As I say, Szymanski's been so good. That's the issue. So I'm just going to have to put him in. So no Tadic in here as well, which is interesting. But if there's one guy in the platform you're going to leave him out for, it's probably going to be Messi, right? It's going to have to be. So this is a good advertisement for having stacks, because if I had like Livakovic, then I could just do a full Fenerbahce stack. So how much is Livakovic actually selling for just now? That's a brilliant buy by Fenerbahce. Don't really want to just buy him for one game week or anything, but so I see what he's actually trading for just now. Fortunes. Yeah. That's a 0% card as well, obviously. Why do I keep saying that? It's been a long weekend. Anyway, I feel as if it'll be quite high just now after the move and midweek utility and everything as well there. So that's a tough one. We'll pick All-Star Rare as well, and then that'll probably do us, because I'm sure everybody will be getting enough of an idea of what's going on by now. So choice here in the rare is going to be, I just really don't, I mean, this thing with Willis and Panico as well. Willis came back in, right? But to me, Panico played better than Willis did. And he only got in because of the personal things or whatever, and he's straight back in. So you'd imagine he's going to play. But Miami have been beating everybody. So, I just don't fancy this fixture. It's maybe one to retain for the Caps. Again, legit at Tigres. That's the type of thing. So I think I'll have to go Lee Guan Yin and just hope for a clean sheet, because there's no AA. So there we go. Maybe I should really be picking up another sort of defender or whatever here with the other another goalkeeper with other options that are available. Just having a quick scan down here. Morelos Quera he's just so underrated. This guy puts up so many big scores. They put a really big score away from home against this team as well. Omar Colley, home game but against Dynamo Kiev. John Tolkien again, good option, but Revs away, it's a difficult game, so go for Morello. Actually here we could sort of stack Fenerbahce a wee bit as well, so we go Szymanski, Dusan, Tadic, and then do we go Carles, or do we go for Cenit Under? I could go Icardi. Now that's interesting. Icardi scored 2 goals away from home there as well. So I think Icardi captain. I don't have any other Galatasaray players at the moment. I'll need to check the projected lineup and everything for Fenerbahce. Again, being 5-1 up, that causes some real sort of difficulties, but they have had the weekend off as well. So I think if they played the weekend, you would be thinking, well, they're going to rotate heavy, but they might want to just go and just kill that game off, although there's no real onus on them to score loads of goals. So yeah, some thinking to do there in terms of those teams. Probably pick a cap to 40 here actually as well. Again, you'll see I always pick this quite early, and that's because I think 40 quid's worth of Ethereum's pretty valuable to try and pick up, really, really no belief whatsoever in Nashville. Like, they get beat 4-0 at Atlanta as well, and yeah, they're capable of being good defensively. No, let's shut up. Get some faith back in the Tash. Big Joe Willis. I mean, the thing is, if they don't score 3 or 4 goals, then you'd imagine he's going to have good AA. So I suppose that's a wee bit of a hedge against what happens with Messi, and if Messi scores a hat trick or whatever, I'll be pretty pleased. So in terms of other options down here, see what's available. Windal, he's been scoring so badly on Windal. It's just been really poor. Valentini, pretty solid against Racing. So I think I'll need to check it when we put in Gaston a V in here. 51's a really nice cap cost. I just need to check he's available. But quite nice to get Carlos Gill in here actually. Oh, Branco, 50. You got to take that, I think. I just think he'll play at home. He came on the away game. It's a surprise he never started, but I just think he should be back in. You would have thought. I know they played very well and everything, but just am expecting him to play a lot for Ajax. Jackson Maleka at home. I think that's probably a selection there. I guess getting Dynamo Kiev, but you know, like not really seeing anything else that's sort of sticking out here. Majovski's a reasonable selection actually. He did pretty well away against Hacken. Um, Maleka's a lower cap cost. Then it leaves with 52, so we're not getting Calais Gillen at 67. Is go for the affordable only. Because only one choice. And yeah, I mean, Aston Villa, you would have thought are gonna rotate a bit at home, aren't they? I mean, they've absolutely hammered Hibs, so do they really need to play first team guys? That's a difficult one. Yeah, I'll put McGinn in provisionally and do a bit of digging around because that's pretty strong. You know, Boom and McGinn, good home ties. Sorry, Hibs fans. Lee Johnson's just been sacked. Don't surprised at that at all. Just really not surprised. Joe Willis needs a miracle. Nobody else really available in Gaston of year. So I think that's all I'm going to go through just now. Still got some decisions to make, maybe some juggling about, etc. But that should give people a bit of an idea. It's nice to have some choices midweek actually. So might move Lawal out of the under 23s and maybe target that Challenger Europe Rare Pro. So got some nice choices that can go in there. But again, the under 23s will be a lower player pool midweek and 249 cards. I mean, honestly, guys, like people say sometimes about like prizes and there's not enough prizes and all that. I mean, it's midweek, and there's three tier one rares, tier one rare down to fourth, and a star rare available in under 23 rares, and it's not even a full calendar of games, etc. So I mean that's those are good prizes, honestly, and being restocked and everything now as well. And then we'll be coming up for a big weekend. It is Celtic versus Rangers at Ibrox. I'm looking forward to it. Not the way Celtic are playing just now. So that's another discussion for midweek. But thanks again for watching. Thanks everyone for participating in the giveaway. It's been really fun. It's been good for the channel as well. We're up to I think 740 subscribers or something now. So that's really good. I've only been doing this for a couple of months. Before I started, couldn't even take a screenshot or hee-haw. So now we're doing videos and we've got into our groove. But if anyone has any feedback on anything or anything they really want to see, then let me know. But I'm going to go now. I'm going to watch some more football. If you're playing midweek, good luck and go fuck.